Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We're bringing you Pinhook. Bourbon and rye.
Bourbon and rye?
In rye. It says in rye.
Bourbon and rye.
Like in wrong.
Let's test it.
Test it! Horsey style, baby. Horsey style with a crack. All right, it literally talks about 16.1 hands, which is how you measure a horse.
No, the horse's name is Bourbon and Rye.
I didn't know that. How do you know that? What tells you that it's just the horse?
It's a straight rye whiskey. It says horse's name right there. Horse name.
See, it threw me.
Bourbon and Rye.
Threw me. Why is there a name of a horse on the bottle?
It's the horse's size is 16.1 hands.
And it even tells you the color and the sex. But what is that? What is the sex? What's a BC?
Color is DKB.
Right. No, DK.
Sex, or DKB.
No, I think
sex
it's
is C.
See? See? It's confusing.
I don't know what that is.
There's like a lot of horse people that are like, you guys are dummies.
Lot number 1, 46.25%.
No, that's the horse.
Lot 1, 46.25. Straight rye whiskey from Pinhook.
It's confusing to me. It's confusing.
Hand bottled in Frankfort, Kentucky.
How many hams?
Aged more than 24 months in new charred oak barrels.
All right, so we're going to try it. Now, this was gifted to us by a fan of the show, so it means it's different. Unique.
I thought you just said you paid it. You paid him for it.
No, I don't think so.
I thought you said he came back and said it was $10 more than what he thought.
That's the rabbit hole.
Oh, that's right. I was confused.
Wow, usually you're the one with the great memory, and I usually
we were just talking. I was like, we were just talking about
I know.
this.
I'll usually default to you just say, you must be right, I'm wrong. You could, like, scam me out of everything. But
you know what
we were just talking. Boom, we're back. I'm sure there was a little movement.
What happened?
They're like, whoa, why did he... That big guy's in
6'10",
spot.
by the way.
6'11". That's what we had to get.
Some people don't care about those numbers.
They don't care at all. They're like, why do you say the numbers? It's dumb. Just get to the whiskey.
Wow, sweet young rye.
We need to do a show where we are literally open with nothing else other than tasting it now, and then we just go right in.
Well, we tried that. We tried that with Teelings.
Oh.
We tried to be serious. Well, we tried to be serious.
Oh, yeah, that was real serious. But then we started laughing.
This smells like a Canadian whiskey.
Oh.
It's got that really sweet orange zest.
Yeah. A little
cinnamon.
lighter. But see, that is what I like about rye. I get a little bit of peppery. Yeah, a little peppery note in there.
Sparky, orange zesty.
That is what I like.
A little bit of dill pickle. But yeah, young, sweet rye. Actually, it kind of reminds me of James, some of the early James E. Pepper rye that we had.
Wow,
that was really
you're going to like the flavor of this. So it's got the sweet and burnt caramels wrapped around each other at the same time. Sweet and burnt caramels wrapped around each other at the same time. It was a weird sentence.
Rather than different times.
Right.
Which would be odd.
Yeah, it would be odd if they were different times.
Wrapped around each other at different times.
It would be like multiple iterations.
That is, it really, okay, I'm not a big rye fan. That is good. It's very enveloping. Very velvety, smooth coats, takes over the palate.
The dill is also, you're right, the dill's not only on the nose, it's very present, mid-palate to finish as well. It's smoother. I thought it was going to be sparkier, peppier on the palate. It's not. It's a lot smoother with dill hints.
I just see it says distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Ooh, all right.
Small print down there at the bottom.
Small print. So, of course, that is MGP, and I love MGP.
Honeyed sweetness, orange zesty.
See, this doesn't taste like the 95.5 though to me, which is probably my favorite MGP style rye.
It's young. I mean, you can tell it's young. It's that young rye. It's the pepper. It's the dill. It's the.
So it's 93.5 proof, 46.25, and this was lot 001.
Not a lot of cask influence. This is really just, I mean, 2 years, there's a little bit of color there. You're getting some cask, but there's not a lot of the oak really shining through. It's more of those.
It is new charred oak barrel, though. 24 months in a new charred oak barrel.
Yeah. But it's more that the young, sweet rye notes.
Yeah.
Don't expect the oak tannins.
I do like when they do that heavy number 4 char on the barrel with rye.
Well, yeah, and give it 6, 7, 8 years. You know, that's what I mean. That's more my rye. This is on my shelf next to a more aged rye. I'm going with the more aged one. I like those rye notes to be toned down a little bit. This is very good though.
Yeah, peppery, nice. Little peppery on the front is what I'm getting now. Dill more mid palate finish.
This is if you wanted to show somebody, or if you want to know what rye is. This is a good example. Yeah. I mean, like if you're gonna sit down and say, here's a bourbon, you know, here's a Scotch, here's a peated Scotch, here's a rye. This would be a good example of that.
So Pinhook straight rye whiskey. The horse's name is Bourbon in Rye, which made me think it was a bourbon and rye mixture. Not. The horse, if you wanted to know, is 16.1 hands tall, and we have no idea what the sex of C is. It's not. I would imagine it's not a gelding. I know. I'm trying to think.
Well, gelding is young. A male is a mare.
It's been. Mare is a female.
Is mare a female?
Yeah.
That's why I don't have a cowboy hat.
And a gelding means that yeah, there's a cunning stallion. You, sir, are a stallion, maybe.
People out there going, these guys are dumb.
God, they're dumb. Just rate the whiskey. Quit doing this talk. Goodness. My sister's been watching a lot, though. She has a show, yeah. She has a show where she does all these natural fibers with, it's knitting and weaving or something. And she says she likes the story and the fact that we're like normal. She's not snooty.
She's my favorite brunchine.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I'll give this an 84. I'm with you. It's a young Indiana MGP, decent, peppery. I'm not as big a fan of the dill. The dill actually means there was a little even bacteria, which some people love, that changes the flavor note out a little bit. It's not a bad thing. Just when it's in its phases, it picks up a little dill note. So
a little bit of the allspice type in there, the kind of a little bit of ginger, a little bit of cardamom.
That's what I like about ryes, though. Ryes are punchy and they're in your face. This does not disappoint.
No, I don't think so either. And I see you've got $35 written on the back side of this.
Yes, that was from the person that sent it to us. And you got to enjoy the lime green wax.
For $35, I mean,
it's good at well 35. Yeah. So
no qualms with that at all.
No. MGP makes whiskey affordable. They do, and rye in particular. So, Scotch It.
No, wait.
Oh,
sorry. Patreon shout-outs.
You got some Patreon shout-outs. What was I thinking? I was moving along.
We just talked about that.
I know. And I should have known you were getting ready to talk about some Patreon. Let's do 2 of them. Do you have a big one? I think we have a big one.
We do have a big one.
You want to save him, or do you want to get him in there? I say we get him in.
Or let's save him for Saturday show.
Okay, we'll do Saturday show then.
Gregor will get a Saturday show.
Gregor gets Saturday. Shh, we didn't say it. Not the full name.
$3 supporter coming, so we get a shout this one.
And he could send a photo as long as you cover the pickle. But
Connery Carson!
Woo!
Connery Carson!
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Connery. $3 supporter. Yeah, you can send a photo in if you want. Cover the pickle.
Pickle coverage. I think we scared somebody up top when they were yelling.
Oh.
It's good, though. Doesn't matter.
Now, we say cover the pickle. That would pertain to male.
No, anything. You got to cover it. Anything else. The pickle can be everything.
Still say cover the pickle to female.
I think it's in general, the pickle stands for things that must be covered.
Just cover things. Things have to be covered.
that have to be covered, and the pickle is a stand-in. Cover the pickle.
And, see that one?
Yes.
Daniel Litton. No, $1 supporter.
Yep,
Sorry.
thank you, Daniel. Started to say it louder. You don't get a loud yelling unless it's over $1.
Daniel Litton, $1 supporter. Appreciate it.
If you ever want us to yell it, it's got to be 2 to 3. And do you want to save the other one?
Yep, we'll save it.
Okay, we'll save the other one.
Yep.
So again,
Thanks,
though,
guys.
if you like the show, here's the deal. Patreon supporters, the folks that like the show, want to keep it coming and say, you know what, I'm watching a lot of this. Let me give you a little something to you. If you like what we're doing, you can come over to the Patreon, look up Scotch Test Dummies, go on there. You can like for as little or support for as little as $1 a month if you want. Come on. Many people decide, you know what, I spend more on coffee. Let me equal the coffee amount. That's what the dummies are worth, the coffee amount.
It can be less than a cup of coffee an hour.
Could be. Cup of coffee an hour. Scotch it. You Scotch guys.
Cilantro. Dummies.